Welcome to Dish and Nutrition Podcast, where we dish on trending nutrition topics, all the while making it easy and fun to understand. I'm your host, Sarah Williams, and today I'm actually flying solo, and that is no fault to Emma because I am the one who planned horribly and just decided to randomly record very last minute, so this is no fault of her own. This was my bad. Sorry, Emma, you are still amazing. So you're just going to be listening to me ramble on today. And I do apologize in my most sincere heart. However, we're going to get into a topic that I feel like I start every episode like this. But I do feel like this topic is very common because there's very many different brands that are infiltrating our FYPs. You see it in stores. You see it at Walmart, GNC, wherever you just buy anything health supplement wise, you will see a certain supplement that I'm about to speak about. We are going to be talking about greens powders. No specific brand because I don't feel like getting sued today, but we are going to be talking about the greens powders just in general that you see all over your FYP, just all of our social medias. I am sure you have seen at least one brand of these greens powders. So these supplements are the ones that claim to just be packed with the nutrients that you need from veggies and fruits in a more convenient scoop. Sounds amazing, right? But are they really as beneficial as they claim to be? I'm not so sure. So we're going to break it down. That may have been loud in your ears, and I'm sorry. All right, we're just going to get into it because one, I'm talking to myself in my guest bedroom, so I have no one to riff off of. So we're just going to get straight into the facts right now. So let's just get into it with point number 1. I labeled this nutrient loss during processing. And I know processing is a very large umbrella term, but in this specific case, I'm going to be talking about the processing that greens powders do specifically. So when vegetables are processed into powder form, they undergo drying, heating, and grinding. And that can significantly reduce their nutrient content. Depending on what vegetables, if they're high in vitamin C, vitamin B, those are particularly sensitive to heat and air exposure. So naturally, as a result, that final product may not provide the same level of nutrients as just regular fresh vegetables that you can grab off the shelf. Side note, I really don't know how long this episode's going to be with just me yabbering, so it could be a 5-minute episode. It could be a 55-minute episode. I'm excited to see how many minutes this comes out to be. My second point is going to be the problematic term of why proprietary blend is not as... It's a sneaky term that they try to push past you and probably put it in small lettering on these green powder supplements. And I'm not going to let you fall victim to it. So let's get into point 2, why I don't really like proprietary blend in the context of green supplements. Let's get into it. So subpoint of point 2 of the proprietary blend comment, I really don't like it, the term proprietary blend, because it's a lack of transparency. So when a green supplement lists proprietary blend on its label, it means the manufacturer has grouped several ingredients together and they've disclosed only the total amount of the blend, not the specific amounts of each ingredient. So this lack of transparency makes it difficult for us, the consumers, to know what we're even consuming and how much and what quantities. It can obscure the presence of key nutrients or hide the fact that the blend is mostly made up of cheaper, less effective ingredients. That is why I do not like proprietary blends. All right, the second point for proprietary blend is the potential for ineffective doses. So if you don't know the specific amounts of each ingredient, we can't determine if we're even getting an effective dose of the active components within that proprietary blend. So many nutrients and botanical extracts need to be consumed in certain quantities to be effective. But proprietary blends can often contain sub-therapeutic doses. So that means you might not be getting enough of the beneficial ingredients to see any health benefits. It's impossible to measure. Another thing, I really don't like proprietary blends, y'all. I'm telling you right now, I have a lot of subpoints regarding proprietary blends. Another point is there's a risk of hidden fillers. Proprietary blends, they can be sometimes used to mask the inclusion of fillers or just like lower quality ingredients overall. And the manufacturers might list desirable but expensive ingredients first, but this is only given the impression that these are the primary components, while in reality, the blend could be predominantly made up of inexpensive and less beneficial substances. So who the heck knows if you're even getting those more desirable, expensive ingredients, because it's a free-for-all, basically. Another point for proprietary blends, I should just really name this episode Proprietary Blends. There's a difficulty in comparing products. So if it's a proprietary blend, it makes it challenging for us to even compare different products because we don't know how much of what is in each supplement. So it's like impossible to determine which supplement might be more potent or effective. So it can just lead to poor purchasing decisions and obviously decrease consumer trust, which I have always been screaming from the rooftops that you should be wary of supplements anyway, but even more so with proprietary blend like marketing. And then last point for proprietary blend point is the potential for allergic reactions and interactions. So if you don't know the precise quantities of like each ingredient that is in this quote proprietary blend, that can be pretty concerning for people with like allergies or sensitivities, which I like to think those are the people that are seeking out these supplements in hopes to increase their health. Those are the people that are most susceptible to this poor marketing scheme. And certain ingredients can interact with medications or other supplements. So full disclosure of ingredient amounts is so crucial for managing potential risks and obviously ensuring safe consumption. So that is a huge, huge point as to why proprietary blend is not my favorite. And it's, if you just look at a lot of green supplements, cough, cough, not naming any specifically, they're 9 out of 10 mostly proprietary blends. Okay, I'm finally out of my proprietary blend soapbox. I'm going to point 3 as to why green supplements are just not my favorite. Point 3 is lack of fiber. So obviously, fresh veggies are an excellent source of dietary fiber, and we know that's great for digestive health, maintaining your blood sugar levels, promoting satiety, or keeping yourself full. However, if you look on the nutrition label of most greens powders, they are lacking a lot of fiber, and that's because the fibrous parts of the plants that you get benefit from eating are usually removed during the processing. So that means even if you're getting some vitamins and minerals, you're missing out on the full benefits of the whole vegetables. You could really get into a conversation of like, well, I'm still getting vitamins and minerals, but you also still need fiber. And if this is, quote, the way that you're getting in your vegetables for the day, you're not getting the full benefits of that whole vegetables. Point number 4. This kind of goes into, obviously, my proprietary blend, but it stands alone also. The questionable ingredient quality. Not all greens are created equal. And we've talked about that. We touched on that on the supplement regulation episode. I believe that was like episode 1 or 2. The quality of ingredients can vary widely between brands. Some may use lower quality, less nutrient-dense veggies, including fillers and additives. And, the sourcing of ingredients can be questionable. And you don't know where these things are coming from. They could be coming from regions with less stringent agriculture and manufacturing regulations. There's just no way of telling. So, like, when you take a scoop of greens, I don't know, best of luck. You no idea what could be in it. That variability, it just makes it hard for us as consumers to know if it's truly beneficial. Like, that's a large leap of faith for manufacturing companies and hope that they have your best interest in mind and are using those higher quality, super nutrient dense veggies, but there's no way of knowing. And then we're going to touch on the misleading health claims, point 5. So many greens powder supplements, they make some bold health claims. some pretty bold health claims. And suggesting that they can replace your vegetable intake or provide a myriad of health benefits, that's wild to me. That's pretty ballsy for them to say that. But I mean, these claims are not backed by solid scientific evidence. I have yet to see a convincing research article that I've been like, whoa, I actually feel okay recommending this green supplement to people, because I have not seen it yet. The benefits of consuming whole vegetables, not just because of the vitamins and minerals, but like the complex mix of fiber, antioxidants, and phytonutrients working together. This is called the food matrix. They all work together to benefit your body, and most of that is stripped away in processing. So like, greens powders can't replicate this synergistic effect, and relying on them instead of eating like a balanced diet with actual fresh veggies, that's going to lead to a nutrient gap. If you are using the greens powder as your source of veggies, that is going to lead to a nutrient gap, because you can't replicate that food matrix that comes from eating whole veggies. And then I want to get into the second part of the episode, which is, Sarah, I already spent my money on these greens powders. Are you telling me I've just wasted my money and can I not use them? No, friend, I am not telling you you can't use them. I say this every episode. Bodily autonomy is a beautiful thing, and it's what makes the world go round. However, it would be irresponsible of me as a dietitian to completely ignore everything that I just said in this episode and be like, yeah, it's great. Go ahead and take it. I am not one who's going to be first in line to tell you, hey, you should be taking these green supplements. However, I understand, hey, you've already spent the money. I understand, hey, you really struggle with the texture of veggies. Hey, I understand, hey, Sarah, I work 60 hours a week and I have 3 kids and I literally don't have time to blink. How can I help myself? I completely empathize with each individual circumstances, and I will always advocate for simpler solutions to help you get in that nutritious option for your body. If you already have this hypothetical greens powder, I am not chastising you. I am not demonizing these things. I'm just making this episode because I have had a ton of people come to me and say, Sarah, like, are they beneficial? Like, I don't understand. I see them all over TV. Should I just go ahead and order it? And that way I don't even have to eat veggies. No, I don't think it is going to cure all. I've obviously already touched on many negative points regarding the greens powders, but I do understand and I can sympathize with those people that are busy, have already bought it, struggle with texture or anything else that regarding veggies. And I just want you to know, like, if it is a decision that helps you make healthier decisions and helps you feel good, I'm not going to say, don't you do this. If taking a greens powder supplement in the morning is going to help you make more health conscious decisions throughout the day, because you're starting off on a good foot. You're like, I'm starting my day with this pseudo veggie drink, and it's going to shift your mindset to be more conscious of your health decisions throughout the day. I am 1000% for that, because that's what's important at the end of the day. If it helps you be a healthier person, regardless if the supplement is actually bringing the nutritional benefits that it claims. But if you're making more healthy decisions because of this greens powder and it sets you up for success to have a more healthy, conscious day, then I'm going to advocate for it hard, because I obviously want every person that I meet to make the best decisions for themselves. And if you need something to kick in your booty to help you make that decision, cool, take your greens powders. Will it be the same as eating fruits and veggies? No, it's not going to. And I can confidently say that. But like I said, if it makes you feel better and it helps you kickstart your day in making healthy decisions, go for it. If it makes you happy, go for it. I don't think, other than the like allergy and sensitivity topic that I touched on, it can't really bring harm. I just want you to be wary of like all the points that I just came up with. So I just want to make 1,000% clear that I am not shaming nor making fun of anybody who does or drinks these greens vegetables. If it helps you and it makes you feel better anecdotally, cool. I love that for you. My job, though, as a dietitian is to give you the full picture that, hey, it's not necessarily bringing in these benefits, but like I just said 1,000 times before, if it's helping you be a healthier person overall and making you more conscious of your decisions throughout the day, that will go way further than a scoop of these greens powders. So in conclusion, I just want to say, while the greens powders, it is a convenient supplement for those who struggle to consume enough veggies, you're not replacing veggies with this supplement. You might get some vitamins and minerals. Maybe, there's no way to measure it, but they are not a replacement for a healthy diet rich in whole foods and veggies, everything that I always talk about. So the nutrient loss during processing, the lack of fiber, variable ingredient quality, proprietary blend, and all of that jazz, it just makes them less beneficial than what they truly appear and what they're marketed to be. So you always want to strive to get your nutrients from a diverse and balanced diet first. Always food first, supplements second, and then you can use the supplements to fill in those gaps as needed. So that's my hot take. Greens powders are not necessary. If you're looking at buying them, maybe save your money. If you already have some, if you like it and you genuinely enjoy the taste, I think, I don't remember which brand it was, but it literally tasted like I had just gone outside and just put grass in my water, and I wasn't okay with that. But hey, I don't want to yuck anybody's yum. If you enjoy that, I'm happy for you. Not my thing, though. But like I said, everybody has bodily autonomy. I'm just here to deliver the news of evidence-based research, and so far, there has not been enough for me to recommend a green supplements to anybody. I just want to say thank you so much for listening. I'm sorry that it's kind of weird that it was just me by myself. Emma, again, I'm so sorry that I suck and I need to plan better. I do. That's on me. I agree. It is on me. But I so enjoyed this episode. It was really quick. It's not going to be a super long episode, but I just felt like this was a topic that needed to be talked about and like have a permanent spot on our feed. That way people can reference it, just because I feel like greens powders are going hard in social media right now. I guess they just got an uptick in budget or something, because I feel like I've been seeing it every other day. That's all I've got for greens powders. And I so appreciate every single person who listens. If you have any topics you want us to talk about, you can go to our Instagram, Dish and Nutrition Podcast, and there's a highlight story, and you can just click on that, and you click on the link, and it'll lead you to exactly where you need to go, and we'll look at it going forward. The only housekeeping I have is next week, 4th of July week. There will not be a new episode. We just really want to spend time with our friends and family. Our husbands are off from work, so we clearly want to enjoy our time with them and just soak up those moments that we don't often get. But we will be back the week after that with a brand new episode for you guys. So I guess I'm just going to do this by myself. So with that, you've been dished.